I thought that this was really important to leave up here because I had gotten a comment and I don't want to put the name of the person who left the comment or their um, picture up because I didn't ask permission, first of all, and I don't know how they would feel about that. Um, I want to say this because, see, I've noticed this go on for years and years and years where there's never been a time that people who are called conspiracy theorists have not been demonized by other people. And it's unfortunate because, just as it says here, conspiracy and theories are real things, right? People go through them every day. But I'm going to say it just like I said in the comment and just like I say to friends and family for many, many years. You can only expect for people to understand you as much as they recognize themselves. So if you can't identify something in somebody else, they'll tend to demonize you. They will tend to try to make you seem strange or weird and isolate you. They'll I'll give you an example. Have you ever been in a group of people and had to dim your light? Um, Maybe you're around family members and they're all able to have a conversation, and the things that come to your mind or the topics that you bring up, nobody else is relating to. Matter of fact, some of them are probably staring at you oddly or questioning what's wrong with you. Or that's been my lifelong thing anyway, where I've found myself in a group of very few or a party of one. And it took me a long time to understand that if I have 100 people around me, I'm lucky if I have one that can relate to me. If you are somebody who is your favorite thing to do is maybe absorb information, read ancient civilizations, or I don't know, dive deep into spirituality or psychology. When you're around people, if you like to observe how their interactions are with others, stuff like that. And it doesn't make you weird. You probably have this other side to you that's really funny and quirky and all these other things. But maybe you just don't fit into your friend group. Maybe you don't fit into the group that all of your other family members fit into. It's a lonely place if you let it be. Because I had to learn to look at it like I have a group of 100 people. I'm the only one who thinks like I do. And so I can't expect for anybody to understand or recognize what they're listening to or paying attention to or what they see in front of them, because outside of themselves, they don't recognize anything else. And when you look at the population for the most part, or even what people absorb on YouTube, everything has to be really quick. The video that I'm about to upload, which has to do with a missing child, at the very end, which most people won't get to, I had to say for anybody who made it to the end, thank you, because I know it's hard. You know, when you're getting these sound bites of information and everything is like microwave speed entertainment. Even at times I've had to pull myself away from these things because I noticed that it's kind of, I don't want to use the wrong word because the minute I do, people will act like I'm talking down. But it just dumbs people down. You know, you have times where you're using your phone and you're going to type a simple word and all of a sudden you forgot how to spell the word, or you know how to spell it, but you just don't know if you're right because spell check has been doing it all for you. And now we have the suggestions and everything. So you get suggested information based on what you normally search for. You find ads of things that you may have looked for 3 weeks ago on a whole nother website. All of a sudden, there goes Fashion Nova on a story you're reading about a missing child. So I don't I don't pretend to understand people who demonize others for their thoughts or because they like to look into things a little deeper than everybody else. The thing is that conspiracy theorists are normally proven right, sometimes decades later, sometimes thousands of years later, but at least you had the intelligence to question everything. At least when something didn't feel right, you used your intuition in order to try to understand it better. Because the reality of the situation is you can be completely wrong. You could just have an overactive imagination. You can you could just have trust issues, trust with the world. You've seen so many things that are just so corrupt, and people don't have empathy, and humanity is completely gone, or at least you feel it is sometimes. But there are some people who still believe in bringing everyone together and stopping sinister plots. And even if you can't, I had a guy one day tell me, this is somebody that I had just met. And when I tell you, a relationship that could have turned into a friendship that could have turned into something else was completely ruined. We got onto a subject matter, and I just remember saying how much different thoughts could lead two people who may actually like each other in completely different directions. And it brought me back to the divide and conquer. And that taught me, stop being so angry at people who don't understand you, because that's part of the conspiracy, is to make us separate and to make us fight with each other over differential views. Not, you know, we don't have to respect each other's opinions, but we have to respect each other. And I can't tell you how many times people have laughed at something that I've thought, or something that I have felt, or something that I saw that they just didn't see at the time. And years later come back and say, wow, I couldn't believe it. That was actually true. I don't have to do the I told you so, because in order for you to come back and tell me, you already knew I told you so. But to the people out there who are like me, right? Know that your difference is what makes you beautiful. There's not many people like you in this world. So everybody running around who don't understand what you feel and why you say the things you say, you can't help that they cannot recognize you because they don't know themselves fully. They don't know anything more than themselves. They have the normal, the rational, the logical from what they can see it to be. That doesn't make anything wrong with you. You're not mad. You're not crazy. You're not, a tinfoil hat and even if you were, right? What made you so brilliant to even make a tinfoil hat, sir or ma'am? That's all. I love all of you who are different, just like me, and our community of people, just like me. I've seen so many brilliant people get pushed aside, from YouTube content creators who are really putting something out here in the world that would have been helpful, just for people to watch a bunch of not of my, just my, I'm getting tongue tied saying it, mind numbing stupidity. And we have the Travis Scott fiasco, which gave me hope in a way after it was all said and done, because even the same people who would make all of these comments and put other people down because of their so-called conspiracy theories and all these other things, they felt what everybody else was thinking. And it shows you that there's a collective. And it shows you that energy, just like at that concert, is real. So how much of it around people was positive if that many people were injured and died?